Hello, my name's Gary, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Killer Off-Road Hobbies. Today we are doing a Killer Off-Road Hobbies first, number one. So this is the first drone that we have had on Killer Off-Road Hobbies, or are going to have, either way you want to say it. And to be honest, this is going to be a learning experience for me because I personally don't know how to fly drones yet. So I'm going to ask you guys to, come and join me in my new adventure to learn how to fly these things. Now, as you can see by the box, this is a Magic Speed X52 high performance smart drone. I'm not exactly sure what all that means, but this looks similar to almost every cheap drone you can buy, basically. And I did buy this thing pretty cheap just to learn with, basically. So getting the box out of the way. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about drones, but this is the stuff that it came with. And we'll just go over the boring stuff first. And then we'll talk about the drone a little bit and kind of what I've experienced, because when I get RCs, I do plug the batteries in, make sure everything works and stuff. So yeah, we'll get back to the drone in 1 second. So you get this pretty cool transmitter with it. It does run on 4 AA's. It has a bunch of different stuff. As you can see, I've actually labeled stuff like this button here, adjust the lights. This is for your third gear to give you a higher speed. You don't have trim on the throttle, basically the throttle switch. You have camera up, camera down, video, and take a picture. This is your turning and everything, and this you do have adjustability on. And this is a smart drone, so it does have the one button push, like takeoff, landing. It does have a hands-free mode, a stop mode where it stops everything, and a return to home. Now I got all of that because, as I said, I don't know how to fly drones yet. So I figured this thing with all of these little kind of helpers, kind of tools to help me, would be sufficient enough to get me started in the drone community. You also get 4 spare blades. I think it's just 1 blade for each corner. And you get this little tool. Basically, it's a Phillips head screwdriver to put the little things on. You get a 3.7 volt, 750 milliamp hour battery that comes with it, and you do get this like USB charger thing. It has a light on it that lights up, and when the light goes out, that means that your battery is 100% charged. And it does come with this little owner's manual that is Chinese and English, and I think it even has another language in here. I'm not sure, but it does have a parts list. It has a blow up of the drone. Right here's your parts list. Here's your blow up telling you how it goes together and everything. So on the drone itself, like I said, it has all those cool little features with the push button takeoff and the push button landing, the hands-free mode, and all of that stuff. And it does come with this Wi-Fi camera here, and it has this kind of like shock absorbent mount here, and it does have the lights that turn on. A few things I noticed when I first unboxed this thing and was putting it together is that this right here came broken out of the box. When I pulled it out of the box, it was broken. I am going to just glue that, basically. Like I said, this is just going to be a learning drone, so if if it breaks, it breaks. I did buy this off of eBay. I got it for 50 bucks to my door. It took about a week and a half to get it. and I had to put these little like rotor guards on the landing gear and the camera. Another problem I found with this drone when I got it is that the camera, when they installed the lens, they must have installed it upside down, because I linked my smartphone to it because it is Wi-Fi and you're supposed to be able to record and everything through this Wi-Fi camera. And yeah, when I hooked it up and everything, the picture comes in upside down, and I tried to adjust it. I tried all of that stuff, and it's not possible. You can't switch it on your phone with the program I got. I'll get into that in my first fly video. But yeah, it has this little hatch in the back right here to put your battery in. It just has a little tiny plug. I did get some extra batteries for this thing. They're coming on the way because it says you only get about 8 minutes of fly time with the 750 milliamp battery that it comes with. So I'm pretty excited. Like I said, I did take it outside and kind of start it up just to make sure everything worked and that it flew and everything. But as I said, I don't know how to fly drones, so when it got like a foot off the ground, I started getting nervous, white-knuckled, and yeah, it kind of freaked out a little bit. So I'm going to take this probably out to my bash area that I go to, but there's a nice huge grass area out there that most of the time people catch with their dogs and stuff at. So I'm going to try and catch that with nobody out there and start learning how to fly drones. One kind of goofy thing, I don't know if it's kind of goofy, but it seems like it is. Because you have the one button push takeoff, when you start this thing up, you do have to go full up throttle, full down throttle, and then it links the transmitter to the drone, and then you can actually start doing stuff. If you don't do that, it will just sit here and blink at you, and you can't control the drone. So you have to go throttle up, throttle all the way up, it will beep, throttle all the way down, it will beep, and then let it go to neutral, and then you're good. I'll show all of this in my first fly video. But because it has the one button takeoff, after you do that, if you push up on the throttle, it will not start spinning the rotors, which I thought was kind of weird because I thought, you know, it was just an optional thing, but you do have to use the button to take off. You can land it on your own, but you do have to use the button to take off. And it wasn't really windy or anything when I took it out, and I was having a real hard time getting it to like kind of hover in one spot. It kept drifting, and I would trim it, and then it would stay stationary for like a split second, and then it would start drifting, and I just couldn't get it to kind of hover. Like I said, I'm not familiar with drones, so I'm not sure if that's like just because it's a cheap drone, because, you know, I don't know how to fly, maybe the little tiny bit of wind that was there affected it enough, but we'll see. Like I said, I will learn how to fly drones because I want to expand, you know, the Killer Off-Road Hobbies focus, instead of just being like, I know it's called Killer Off-Road Hobbies, and that's what this channel is mainly about. Off-road, ground-based RCs, you know, that people will bash with. But I do want to expand it and kind of get a broader audience, you know, get people from the drone world, from maybe on-road car world, and you know, on-road RC car world, and just kind of get everything integrated into this channel, because I don't want to just be a one-trick pony. I'd like to, you know, I'd like to have a more broad audience than just bashers like myself. You know, I want other people's input and everything on all that stuff. But that's pretty much going to be it, you know, like, it's just a little drone that I got for 50 bucks to try and learn how to fly, and hopefully this kind of like gets me into the drone world. I've heard from several people that drones are really fun, and I think it would be cool to get like a relatively medium grade drone that has the follow me feature and all of that stuff, because I would like, the whole purpose of this is I would like to be able to take a drone out and film, push the button and have hands free or whatever, or follow me or whatever, and have it film me doing my RC, so we have like a third party perspective instead of being in the first person 90% of the time. I have my little camera that I take out with me every now and then, but it's hard to set it up somewhere where it's going to get good footage that's not just like one stationary spot and I get to watch the truck land after the jump or take off, coming out the jump and taking off. So that's the whole reason for trying to get into drones, learning how to control them and everything. And I just want to be able to expand the horizon of killer off-road hobbies, be able to film myself from, kind of a bird's eye view and stuff. I'm not going to do that whole go way up and kind of shoot down over the whole entire thing, but I do want something that's kind of floating there, just kind of watching me from a third-party perspective. I think that would be cool, and that's my whole point for doing this. So yeah, we're gonna get into drones now, I guess. I am pretty happy with this thing though. Like, for a $50 drone, I thought it was gonna be absolute garbage, probably not fly and everything like that, but it does get off the ground. It is nerve-wracking because I don't know how to fly drones, so that's why I want to take it to a big empty area. And it's only 50 bucks, so if I do end up crashing this thing and breaking it to smithereens, at least I'm only out 50 bucks, and I'll probably just buy another $50 drone to practice with until I get good enough to actually be willing to spend more money and get a high dollar drone with a real nice camera that I can just kind of, get off the ground, get to a spot I want, push a button, and it'll just sit there and videotape me. All right, everybody. So yeah, this is a Killer Off-Road Hobbies first. So as always, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down, please, if you didn't. Either way is a big help to me, and I appreciate the feedback. Check out the description. There's a lot of stuff down there. You can get a coffee mug, you can get a t-shirt, you can get a hoodie, you can become a Patreon where you get certain rewards according to how much you're willing to support the channel, and you can get in on any ongoing or upcoming raffles. There's a donation link down there that will get you into it. It is $5 per ticket, and you can buy up to 20 tickets. And we still have the Losi 3XLE raffle going. We're getting relatively close. We're still a little ways away, but that thing is like pre-sold out, and it won't be available till like November 22nd, I think, or something like that. So maybe I'll do a video about that as well. But as always, this is Gary saying thank you for stopping by. Get out there, get an RC, go have some fun, and we will see you right back here on the next video. All right, till then, peace.